Starting off our mobility with some hip hinges. So you can let the arms hang down or you can bring them up to the chest, whatever you prefer. We're going to do about 10 here. Hips go straight back and up. I like to use my arms kind of as a guide along my shins, making sure my back is still engaged. I'm not hunched over in my upper back. Forward view here, same thing. Few more. Good, and last one. Bring those feet out nice and wide and start to shift the hips. Again, using that hip hinge to kind of go back, making sure you're not just moving your hips side to side, you're actually hinging at the hips and going back. Little shift in the knees, nice and easy here. Toes are pointing forward. And up. From the side view here, you're gonna actually tuck under. I know we don't say that often, but tuck under. Toes are pointing forward, and then you're gonna get into this horse stance position. So arms are nice and strong, you're in a little bit of a bicep flex, and then we go into a flat back. We're gonna hold that horse pose going as low as we can in our legs. Knees are still pointing forward over toes, tucking in that stance, and then finding that flat back. We'll do a few more here. So tucking under and flat back. And tucking under, getting nice and low in those legs. And flat back. I think we got one more here. Tucking under, flat back. Now we're gonna stay in this flat back and bring the arms all the way up and then turn the palms over and push down. So moving through our full shoulder range of motion and down. You can put a little bend in those knees if you need. Down and up and down. Kind of like a stroke here, swimming up and pushing down, staying in line with the body. And down, up, down, few more. Keep breathing, hold it here, and down, and up, and down. Good, standing up. Finding our wide position again with our feet. You're gonna bend and then find that horse stance and shift. So bending one knee, both knees, one knee. So finding that lateral lunge we did before, lateral shift, moving through this stance. Toes are pointing forward, hips are back. Should start to feel nice and mobile in those legs. Stay as low as you can. Try not to change levels too much. And up. Now we're gonna go up and over. So bending one knee, straightening the legs, and bending the other, moving through that same positioning. Up and around and reverse. Up. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Now we're gonna bring the arms all the way up and then dive down to the floor. So getting a little roll through that spine as you go down, up, down, keeping those feet wide, up, and down, diving down. Full range. And relax, nice. From here, you're gonna bend one knee, shift into a lunge, and then put that back knee down. put some weight into that back knee, squeeze the back glute, feel a nice stretch in your hip flexor. Hold it here. And then we're going to rock that front knee back and forth, making sure knee is over toes, getting a little active stretch here. Forward and back, keeping that front heel on the ground, making sure you're nice and grounded there. A few more. Beautiful. And last one, hands on the floor. Go up into that triangle position, and we'll do the same rocking here, bringing the back heel up now, up and down. Keeping weight into that upper body, using the hands on the floor to rock yourself up and down. Right from here, you're going to walk your hands out slightly, find this almost warrior 3 position, and then you want to focus here. We're not doing this for flexibility, so not going all the way up. You want to, as much as you can, keep those hips forward and just find a little raise. You can keep a natural bend in that standing leg, and you should feel this in the glute med. Again, not going for flexibility here. Setting ourselves up for those hip airplanes. Coming back to that stance and reversing it. Other side, we're going to do the same thing. So bend that knee, find your lunge, back knee comes down. Squeeze that back glute. Breathe. And then start to rock back and forth. Get the sand off your hands. Still actively squeezing that back glute. Few more rocks here, making sure again that heel is staying on the ground. Good, and find the floor, stretch the legs up, and start to rock that back heel up and down, putting weight into the upper body here. You can keep a natural bend in those knees. They don't have to be hyperextended, but you do want to get that hamstring stretch here. A few more rocks. Rock it out. And then walk those hands forward, bring that leg up, and start to give it a little raise here. Again, I'm not totally keeping my hips parallel to one another, and I'm not completely opening them up. I'm somewhere in the middle, just getting a little bit of a lift, working through this range of hip motion. Bringing that leg back down, bending the knees, finding that position, reversing everything, and you're done.